Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously peel back the velvet curtains surrounding the British royal family. Today, we delve into a story of defiance, desperation, and the seemingly final collapse of one of the monarchy's most unconventional relationships, that of the Duke and Duchess of York. The air around Royal Lodge has reportedly grown thick with tension, culminating in what sources describe as a dramatic and definitive break. We are talking, of course, about Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, who, after decades of navigating the volatile waters alongside her former husband, Prince Andrew, has allegedly made the monumental decision to completely sever their ties. This isn't just a physical separation. This is a profound emotional and financial declaration of independence. Before we immerse ourselves in the intricate details of this royal rupture, a tale of lost dignity, financial peril, and a desperate bid for redemption, please take a moment to show your support. Do remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for the deepest dives into royal affairs, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement truly helps us bring these compelling stories to light. The narrative surrounding Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known to millions as Fergie, has always been characterized by high highs and devastating lows. Now, at the age of 60, sources suggest she has reached a critical juncture, having concluded that she has nothing left to lose. The foundation of this dramatic decision lies in what insiders claim is the complete erosion of the standing she once held. She has allegedly lost all the grace and dignity she had managed to reclaim over the years. Consider the cumulative losses. She has been systematically removed from her multiple charitable patronages, stripped of the royal grace afforded to her through her association with Andrew, and, for all intents and purposes, left without the protective shield of the royal establishment. This state of utter depletion, the sources suggest, has paradoxically given her the freedom to finally fight for herself. For years, the public narrative painted a picture of a codependent, if amicable, relationship between the former couple, living together at Royal Lodge despite their divorce. This arrangement, while unusual, provided Fergie with a measure of stability and proximity to the royal fold. But that stability has been shattered. The catalyst for this ultimate break, the final straw that broke the camel's back, traces directly back to the catastrophic aftermath of the revelations concerning the late convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. While Prince Andrew's involvement remains the central tragedy for the firm, Sarah Ferguson herself faced intense scrutiny and public condemnation, following the bombshell revelation regarding an email she sent to Epstein. This association, even if indirect, was enough to sweep away the hard-won respect she had carefully cultivated over the preceding years through her philanthropic work and public appearances. It is this cherished respect, this sense of self-worth and public affirmation, that the former Duchess is now said to be desperately trying to regain. The strategy she is reportedly gearing up to employ is a bold one, showing her tears to the world, laying bare her ordeal, and seeking understanding for the monumental mistake that eclipsed all her good deeds, her service to humanity, and her personal achievements. Sources close to the Duchess indicate that this determination has manifested in a dramatic refusal to continue the status quo. Fergie has finally said a resounding no to her former husband, and has decided that the time for fighting for a better ending has arrived. She is intent on beginning a completely new chapter of her life, one defined by her own narrative, not one dictated by the constraints and scandals of her ex-husband. An insider has delivered compelling details regarding her immediate plans. The mother of two is reportedly determined to put pen to paper. This isn't just about writing another lighthearted children's book or historical fiction. This is about a deeply personal and potentially explosive memoir. Her goal is to meticulously explain the immense ordeal she is facing, specifically against the backdrop of that single catastrophic misstep, the mistake that seemingly swept away the public recognition of her lifetime of service and achievements. The motivation behind this literary endeavor is twofold and utterly pressing. Firstly, she is said to be worried sick about money. Financial instability has plagued Sarah Ferguson for decades, a recurring shadow that has haunted her life outside the protective walls of the royal payroll. The loss of stable income streams and charitable roles has exacerbated this chronic anxiety, Secondly, and perhaps more importantly for her legacy, she is desperate to correct what she firmly believes are a ton of falsehoods. She feels misrepresented, misunderstood, and unfairly judged by a public narrative that has been heavily influenced by her proximity to scandal. Writing this book is her chance to control the narrative, to present her truth, and to plead her case for redemption. The road to this solo tell-all was not her first preference. Initially, there were claims, widely circulated within royal circles, that Fergie and Prince Andrew would collaborate on a joint tell-all project. The idea was perhaps that they could control their respective narratives together, mitigating damage and presenting a united front in their quest for rehabilitation. However, that plan has apparently disintegrated entirely. Andrew, acutely aware of the sensitivity of his own position and the need to protect the remnants of his standing within the firm, reportedly refused to participate. His refusal seems to have been the final trigger for Sarah. Realizing that waiting for him meant perpetual stagnation and silence, she is now focused entirely on going it alone. This unilateral decision, however, carries monumental risk, not just for her, but for the entire monarchy. The insider's claims regarding the contents of this potential memoir are truly explosive. It is alleged that if she proceeds without Andrew's approval or interference, Fergie intends to spill a ton of dirty secrets about senior royals. Imagine the weight of information she holds. As a core member of the inner circle for years and someone who has maintained an intimate relationship with a senior royal, Andrew, even after their divorce, she has been privy to conversation, behaviors, and private dealings that the public has never glimpsed. The prospect of her revealing these details, secrets about high-ranking members of the royal family, is understandably causing extreme anxiety within palace walls. The threat of such a tell-all immediately brought Prince Andrew into action. The source claims that Andrew quickly warned her of severe consequences should she proceed with revealing sensitive information about the firm. His warning was likely delivered with the full weight of the institution behind it, reminding her of the potential financial and social repercussions of crossing the monarchy's invisible line of protection. This warning, however, did not land as intended. Instead of backing down, Ferguson reacted with fierce resentment and defiance. The argument that ensued was reportedly a major clash, signaling the breakdown of their long-standing, often peculiar, partnership. In a moment of profound frustration and finality, Ferguson reportedly reacted by declaring, "Enough is enough," to her ex-husband. This phrase encapsulates the despair and determination of a woman who feels trapped between a rock and a hard place. The need for financial survival and the desire for reputational repair, pitted against the demands of institutional silence. According to those closest to the situation, the verbal exchange between Fergie and Andrew was not merely tense. Things got pretty heated. The decades of suppressed resentments, the financial strains, the public humiliation, and the divergent paths toward future stability all boiled over in a spectacular confrontation. The repercussions of this intense conflict are not confined solely to the former spouses. Insiders reveal that their beloved daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, are also facing the heat. These two young women have spent their lives navigating the complexities of their parents' famous, yet often troubled relationship. They have maintained loyalty to both parents while building their own lives and families. Now the potential for an open, ugly, and public war between their mother and father, coupled with the threat of severe institutional retaliation, places immense pressure on them. They are caught in the crossfire of this highly charged emotional and political battle. To fully appreciate the magnitude of Sarah Ferguson's current defiance, we must look back at her history with the royal family. Since her divorce in 1996, Fergie has lived a precarious existence, often relying on her ability to generate income through various commercial ventures. Some successful, others less so. Her financial struggles became public knowledge, leading to uncomfortable headlines and further damaging her standing. The underlying understanding, however, always seemed to be that Andrew and the wider family would offer a safety net, provided she maintained discretion. By declaring enough is enough and threatening a solo tell-all, she is essentially removing that safety net and challenging the fundamental royal rule: loyalty above all else. This move is a calculated risk, a gamble that her truth, even if painful for the monarchy, will finally secure her independence and financial security. If she proceeds with the book, The implications for the senior royals are vast. What secrets might she hold? Perhaps details regarding the dynamics between the late Queen Elizabeth II and her children? Or perhaps uncomfortable truths about the maneuvering and rivalries behind palace doors? The very idea of Sarah Ferguson, the former Duchess who was often treated as an outsider, holding such leverage is a testament to the incredibly complex and fragile balance of power within the firm. Andrew's refusal to participate in a joint memoir is likely rooted in an attempt to salvage any remaining goodwill with his brother, King Charles III, and the rest of the institution. He cannot afford any further controversy, and allowing a book that could potentially destabilize the monarchy would be seen as an unforgivable act of disloyalty. His primary objective is silence and invisibility. Fergie's is visibility and vindication. Their goals are fundamentally incompatible, leading inevitably to this dramatic split. The fact that Fergie is 66 years old adds a layer of poignancy to this chapter. This is not the impulsive decision of a younger woman. This is the final, considered stand of someone who realizes her time for reshaping her legacy is running out. She is fighting for a narrative that ensures her grandchildren, Princess Beatrice's daughter Sienna and Princess Eugenie's sons August and Ernest, will see their grandmother defined by her good deeds and her resilience, rather than by scandal and financial desperation. The question now is whether Andrew's warnings, backed by the considerable power of the royal establishment, will be enough to halt the publication of a book that promises to reveal the dirty secrets. Or has Sarah Ferguson truly reached a point of no return, where the need for self-preservation and financial solvency outweighs the fear of royal retribution? This entire situation underscores the heavy toll that Prince Andrew's disgrace has taken on his entire family unit. The unconventional arrangement at Royal Lodge, which once appeared to be a testament to a unique, enduring friendship, has evidently become unsustainable under the weight of unrelenting public scrutiny and financial pressure. The daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, face an unenviable choice: supporting their mother's quest for truth and independence, or adhering to the royal mandate of silence and stability, which their father desperately clings to. Their position is fraught with emotional difficulty, demanding immense strength and diplomatic skill to navigate the familial battlefield. In summary, what we are witnessing is far more than a simple marital disagreement. It is a tectonic shift in the long-standing dynamic between Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew. Allegedly stripped of her dignity, facing significant financial distress, and determined to correct the record following the fallout from the Epstein email revelation, Fergie has rejected Andrew's authority and is preparing a powerful solo counterattack. A memoir that risks exposing the deepest secrets of the senior royals. Andrew's desperate attempts to stop her have only resulted in a heated clash, leaving their daughters caught in the agonizing middle. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the true cost of association with the royal family and the limits of institutional patience. The consequences of this impending literary confrontation could send shockwaves across the Atlantic and redefine Sarah Ferguson's place in history, for better or for worse. What are your thoughts on this dramatic turn of events? Do you believe Sarah Ferguson should proceed with her tell-all book, risking the wrath of the royal family for her own financial and reputational gain? Or should she heed Prince Andrew's warnings and maintain the discretion that the firm demands? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. We read every comment, and your insights truly enrich our discussion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next celebrity and royal update as we continue to track this explosive development. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.